Hi there. I'm going to get started with my alternatives in 3 minutes. It is 3 minutes to 2. So everybody hop on, make yourself comfortable, and welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev. August 2021, Facebook Live, Paper Pumpkin Alternatives. Boy, was that a mouthful. Hi there, Pam. Thank you. Thank you for sprinkling. Hi, Darlene. Welcome. People are starting to jump on now, but we'll start right at 2 o'clock regardless. I appreciate everybody that's always on time. There's Joan. Hi there. Welcome, everybody. I hope you're having a nice week. Hi, Louise. There's Annie. One more minute. New Mexico, welcome, welcome. Hi, Diane. Can't watch, we'll have to catch replay. Okay. Hope everybody's enjoying their Hope Box. It's a beautiful one. Here we go, 2 o'clock. Let's get started. So, hi, Claudia. Okay, so first announcement first things I want to do is make an announcement. I have 2 of them. I have been requested to have a class, in-person class, for these Christmas trees here. And yesterday my printer had not printed out the winner of one of the trees from my Sunday's Live, so I have that winner. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this person all the fabric items stamped, the ribbon, and all the fabric, and then she will need her own dowel and spool, and she can put together her Christmas tree. And who is that winner? That winner, hi Alice, is Carol Korolowski. So Carol, send me your address before 1 week is over, and within this week, and then I will send you all the fabric pieces you need to put this medium-sized tree together. Hi Carol Schaefer. The other announcement is I was asked to have an in-person class for these 3 trees. So I put that together pretty quickly. The only date, and I was asked for a Saturday. So September 4th was the only Saturday I had available within a reasonable amount of time. And so that's 1 o'clock. You need to bring a sharp scissor if you register for that, and the cost is $30. So $30, and you'll get everything to make these 3 trees. The only thing you need to bring is a sharp scissor. So I need to know right away if you want to come to that. and you must be fully vaccinated if you are coming in person. It's only an in-person class. Okay, then open house is Thursday, September 2nd from 1 to 7. My house is open for all those who RSVP. I will have a make and take for anyone who RSVPs. If you're going to bring a friend, let me know that too, so I can make them a make and take packet also. And what my open houses are is just come here, bring your crafting items that you want to catch up on, what you want to make, and stamp away with me. We have fun. Or use all my stamps, inks, and stuff and pay for your cards. It's usually $3 a card to copy my ideas that I have here. So that's open house, and it's every single month, the first Thursday of every month from 1 to 7 p.m. Just let me know you're coming. Then now, I need to thank, I have a new Paper Pumpkin subscriber, and she is, oh goodness, I haven't met her in person, and I had her name in my head. I have one new customer, Karen. Karen, she lives in Pollock. Welcome to my Paper Pumpkin team. Her last name is Burkett, and I always pull the names of all my Paper Pumpkin subscribers every single month, and somebody is randomly drawn, and they win a prize. This month, the prize is this beautiful 6x6 pack of Tidings of Christmas Designer Series paper. It's in the annual catalog. If you want to look it up there to see all the different prints in there. I'm not going to open this one up because it belongs to the winner of my Paper Pumpkin group. And the winner is Debbie Pine. Debbie, your name was selected randomly on the wheel, so you get to have that beautiful paper. And when I see you, I see Debbie often, I will give her that paper. I don't think she's on today yet anyway, so congratulations to Carol and congratulations to Debbie. And thank you, Karen, for signing up to be on my Paper Pumpkin subscribers list. Also, I have another person I want to thank, another Karen, and she asked me to add a next month's kit to my subscription, and she paid for that, and she's excited to get the September kit. So you can do that too. If you're not quite ready to subscribe, you can just ask me to add one box onto my subscription, and then you have to come and pick it up, and it's $22 plus your tax from wherever your tax is in your county. All right, hi Maria. So let's get started with this beautiful box. It was designed by Shelley, co-founder of Stampin' Up, the Hope Box. And on one of this little flyer here, let me turn my camera down so everything won't be backwards so you can see better. I want to explain that flyer. Okay. So on this flyer, there's a QR code right here, and if you, it says scan the QR code to watch Shelley put her box, her Hope Box together, and everything she did with her box. I watched it, it's pretty good. It's something that you might enjoy. I know I did. And then here is the little pamphlet that comes in each one of the Paper Pumpkin boxes. There's always a pamphlet with all the instructions, and this is very useful if you want to make the cards as they've made them, because it has all the instructions on there, but it also has a QR code so you can watch the detailed instructions of this kit on the QR code. So that is really cool. Thank you, Annie, for sprinkling. It also tells you all the components of this kit. There's 9 cards and envelopes in this kit, plus always an ink spot. And this color we're using Blackberry Bliss. And then your adhesives. It has a really thick, nice ribbon that I think I'm really not going to use on any of my cards or my box. I'm going to keep it in my spool of ribbons because I make 3D items, and this one's really nice for that. The colors are Bermuda Bay, Blackberry Bliss, Bumblebee, Melon Mambo, Petal Pink, Pool Party, and Poppy Parade. So I love that it tells you what colors that are in the kit, so you can pull those if you want to use other inks or other papers along with your kit. Okay, I put all my stamps on a block today. Here they are, but here's the little, let's see, it's kind of hard to see. There they are. There's all the stamps that come in this kit. And also, there are, I already mentioned that there was 9 cards. There are card bases, 3 different types. I've used most of mine up yet. There's a, what was the color they said? Petal pink card. But you know, actually, I thought that our new in color matched it better. So I used that color, which is, you can pull in, it's polished pink. I think polished pink works really good with this kit. Here are 2 of the bases that I have not used. Here are the 3 styles of envelopes, all adorable. And let's see, on the back side also. Then we have some items to punch out. Look at this intricate one. I love this. And we had a lot of punch outs. I've punched them all out already. This is for stamping your words. Plain white, some white circles, numerous banners. I'm going to be using those today. Other punch outs for hope and tomorrow. I've got these all arranged out on my desk, but I'm just showing you some of them. Little butterflies. This little flower. Some solid butterflies. I don't know if I showed you, I showed you the word hope twice. Okay. And then there's this big piece that goes around the box, but I'm not decorating mine or using mine yet. I'm not going to fill up this hope box for anyone quite now yet, so I might save it for later, so I'm not touching that yet. I need inspiration and motivation to do this kit. Okay, well, let's hope I can do that for you, Ruby. I hope so. There is sequins in the kit. It's really, really pretty. Hi, Cynthia. And I already showed you the ribbon. There's some white note cards that I stamped on just to show you how some of the stamp. I love that we have this little spotty background here, and I stamped off to get it a little bit lighter. Then we have just a note of hope right here. And then this one, where there is hope, there is faith. That's actually 3 stamps. Where there is, and then I stamped hope, there is faith. So I put those 3 together to get that sentiment. Love these cute little flowers. Nice size butterfly. Always hope, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. I think that's a great, great stamp. Isn't there a lot of stamps in this set? Where there is faith, miracles happen. That's beautiful. And then a small butterfly. Our dimensionals that we always need. So put those where my dimensionals are kept. And now let me show you things that I used that were not in the kit. Trying to figure, I'll put everything over here. Okay. On page 74 of the holiday or mini catalog, I use more of this white organza ribbon, sparkly ribbon. I use the music notes folder. I use the circle dies again, and I'll explain why when I get there. I'm using my larger Blackberry Bliss, but you get one in your kit. You get the spot. And I'll be using some petal pink also because it was named in the lineup of colors in this kit. And I also use the Label Me Lovely punch, and you can find that on page 150 of the annual catalog, and some white cardstock. Okay, let's get started. Here is my first card. Now, some of the elements that I used, there were not very many of them in the box because they were meant to decorate the outside of the box on that large piece that wraps the large belt that wraps around the box. So I used some of those elements on my card. Thank you for the hearts. You're welcome, Cynthia. So see how pretty these music notes work with all the patterns and the colors of this kit. So I took the pink color card base and a piece of, now was that was a card I cut in half. So I used the front of a card to get this piece here, and I cut it down by 4 5 1/4 and ran it through the folder. Okay, so that's how I got that color. But if you look on your list of colors, you'll see what color that is. Let's see what it says. Bermuda Bay, Blackberry Bliss, Bumblebee, Melon Mambo, Petal Pink, Pool Party. So it's Pool Party, I guess. Or yeah, I think it's Pool Party. I don't know. It's one of those colors. I have to match it up, pull a pack and match it up to be sure which one it is. Okay, so I'm just coloring some glue on the 4 by 5 1/4 piece of layer and setting it right onto the card. And you see that they have the little sprinkle on the card for you already. And when I saw these banners, I knew immediately what I wanted to do. I love making these patterns with strips. Kind of reminds me of a quilt, which would warm you with a Hope box. So how do we do that? Well, we just layer and I call it braid. So I'm putting glue at the top of one of the banners and getting it towards the middle, and then selecting another, doing the same thing and putting it side by side. And now I can weave. So because just the top is down, I'm going to give it a second to dry. These lift and I can weave with these strips. So I'm going to put one underneath like this and one on top. Trying to keep everything straight because it's not quite dry yet. And then we're going to do just the opposite and weave it like this. And then the opposite again and weave it like that. Once you've got your pattern down, very simple, then you're just going to glue the ends so they stay put. Doesn't that make an interesting background? I just love it. And again, because we're using glue, you can move it around as you need to because it does not dry instantly. Okay, you know, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take one of these guys because I know I won't use them all, and I'm going to put some glue there, give you a little trick, and look how much easier it is to add glue to your banners. It's okay that it pops back up. It's not tacky yet. It'll take it a second. And once it gets tacky, then they'll stop popping up. Guys like that weave pattern with the banners? I think it's pretty cool. I think it's bright and decorative. Now, I used the punch and I punched out some white. And on this one, I ran it through the folder. So I'm going to do that real quick off camera. I'm just putting this inside the folder. My cut and die emboss machine is right behind me. And this folder takes platform 1 and 4 because it's a 3D folder. Look how pretty that is. Madly in love with that folder. And then we have the circles that come in the kit. And I am just going to take my stamp pad, and I'm using the larger one, and I'm just direct to paper. Which make sure you have scrap paper down because you can see it's making a mess underneath. And then direct to paper here too. Now see, you can stop there with light, or you can rub and get darker. So a pounce for light, and then rub for the parts that are popped up, that are embossed up. They will get darker and darker as you rub. So you stop when you like the look. Okay, so see there? Now, I talked about this one has one of the elements. Let me move this out of the way because I don't want to get wet ink on anything. So I used one of the elements that was meant to go decorate the box. Hi, Darlene. And they didn't have many of those, so I don't have another one. I used them all actually already. So you, instead of using that, I just wanted to show you how I made this circle here. But instead, you can stamp with Petal Pink ink, the butterfly that comes in the stamp set. And then just use that instead. So I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this one. Hi, Susan. My ink is still wet, so I'm going to come over here, place this in the middle of my weaving, and then I'm going to put the butterfly on some dimensionals also. This one is not dark like this one, so we have two different looks, and you can decide what you like best. Okay. Now it always helps, this one's shiny, it always helps to take some of that sequence that they provide and just stick it right down. And now we have two pretty cards made with this kit. Hi, Cynthia. Okay, that's card number 1. Thank you. Now I took the card base and I took an envelope, and this is a card that I will hand to somebody. So when I want to hand a card to somebody, I just add a little bow in the back. Makes it super cute. It's already decorated. The envelopes come decorated, so I just add a bow in the back. So I wanted to show you that I do that sometimes. And then the white cardstock I said I used, I cut down by 4 by 5 1/4 again. And I took the large stamp and the Blackberry Bliss ink. And I used components, again, that were available to decorate the box, to decorate the corner of this card. And there was only the ones I used, so I have to decorate this one a little bit different, but I think you'll like it. I'll show you both. So I'm going to stamp this. Always hope, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. And I want to show you this little component here, the little flower, the little laser cut flower, the solid butterfly, and the laser cut butterfly. I thought those were super cute, mini dimensional, behind the laser cut, behind the solid, and place it on top of the laser cut flower. And then just glue. Get too high. Let's just do glue. Or a mini glue dot, whichever you prefer. And set this one on top of the solid. I just bent it up a little bit. And then one of the cute gems again, the little sequins that have their own adhesive on the back. And you build this darling element that's popped up that can go right on your card here. So let me put these two down, and then I'll show you the card that I'm copying that I made earlier with a few different elements, but it's the same exact idea. And this is the lipstick in color. What's that called? Polished pink lipstick. Polished pink, that's what it is. Okay, and then we'll put some glue on this element here. And I'm going to set it up about right there. Okay, so on my card that came in the kit, like I said, I ran out of all the pink ones. I used the elements that were made to decorate the box. I love these little flowers. In fact, I started thinking, oh my gosh, if you put a stem on them, they could be pumpkins. But I used them both there, and there were no others, so I couldn't make this exact card for you again. So then I started to think, well, what can I do for this corner here? Well, remember this big element, which is one of my favorite pieces in the kit. I took that, and I want it to go farther, so I cut it in half. And you can lay this down on your card. And you'll need your silicone mat and a sponge. Oops, my shirt caught on something and dumped it in the trash. I got to get it out. Okay. Turn this over, and this reminds me, you have a white side to everything. So if you want to change up the colors, or you're like me and you love white and vanilla, you can just flip it over. So remember that. Place that down, turn it over, and cut off the excess. And I would not throw the excess away, because I'm sure you can use these elements on something else. Just throw them in your box and keep them, because you never know when you just need a little bit of something to add to another card. This piece and this piece, maybe, maybe not, but you never know. Okay. So these are the two different cards depending on the elements you choose to use to decorate the front of your cards, along with a coordinating envelope that has a little bow on it. Very sweet. Okay, where'd I put my other card? There it is. Okay. All right, so let's continue on. You know, us demonstrators, we always have to tear things apart. And we always have to use these envelopes at least one time for designer series paper, right? Because it is pretty. So I'm going to take my trimmer. Where's my trimmer? Where did I take my trimmer to? It's not where it belongs. Oh, I see it. Hold on. I had a catalog request last night, so this morning I had to use my trimmer to cut down my label to mail her her catalogs, and I left it over there. Okay, so I'm cutting down to 4 by 5 1/4 like we do normal layer size. And then you will have the flaps left over, which again you might want to keep. You could punch out butterflies with those, whatever you want. And I forgot to mention that I did use a piece of Blackberry Bliss cardstock. And that layers nicely on top like that. And then in the kit also, you got these pieces that are ready for you to go. They're ready to go for you. And you can just layer like this. And then I had those white pieces that I stamped on. Where did I put those? Here they are. So I could show you. But I'm going to turn them over and layer. Let's see, what did I do? I didn't use this one. I'm going to turn it over and layer that like that, so we can put this all together. Now there's also was a tag. I'll show you the card now. There also was a tag in the kit that was meant to decorate the box, but I stamped on the tag and put it on this card. So there's only one tag again, so instead I'm using the Hope on this card here, so you can see the differences. I'm going to make a little bow with the white ribbon. And remember I said that my favorite element, I cut it in half so I could have more of that element. I'm going to do that again. Okay, we're going to build like this. Take my last one, and every single one of these elements I cut in half. I didn't use any of them whole. And I just look and cut right in half. It was scary. It was scary to do that, I will be honest. And then you just place it on here like this. And look how, I love that. It's so easy, and it just puts so much interest in your card. So let's build this card now. This is the envelope, cut down to 4 by 5 1/4. This is the green. It's Bermuda Bay, I think, pretty sure. Piece of cardstock that comes in the kit. It's got the spreckle all over it to add a lot of interest. I'm going to take the white, but I'm going to pop that up a little bit. Ignore the stamp side on it. We're not using that. Remove the adhesive paper back and place this on your card. I'm just gonna, let me see. Yep, I'm just gonna add glue lightly here. Thought I saw a comment, but I didn't. Okay. Line that right up with the Bermuda Bay cardstock. Isn't that pretty? I like how it just stays popped up at the bottom too. And then we can just use our hope, more dimensionals. Now I have a friend who, she was a classmate of mine since first grade. Isn't it wonderful? You can have friends for that long. And she has just been told that she has a tumor. We don't know if it's benign or what it is yet. We're at the very beginning stages of that. So the next project I'm going to show you after this card, I'm going to take to her this afternoon, and I'm hoping, just like the box says, that it gives her hope and strength for whatever the Lord has planned for her. She has friends that will be helping her through this no matter what. And that's already helping her a lot. So this box came at a perfect time for my friend. So there's the two little differences in the tag. So you can use this hope as a tag. And the tag that comes is just yellow like this, and you can stamp on that. So where there is faith, miracles happen. That is a perfect card to send to her in a week or so. Okay. Now this one is, I'm just going to show you. I'm not going to make another one because I'm really out of, well, I'm not out of, I have one more card. But I've already shown you 4 by 5 1/4 white cardstock with the music note folder. I did use the ribbon that comes in the kit flat on this card. The hope tag, the larger butterfly, and 2 of the smaller laser cut butterflies, and that card was done. This is all printed on the card for you. So I cut it down, I cut it in half, and then cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4, and that was my layer piece on this one. I did use Wink Estella on the butterflies on this one, actually on all 3 of them. So that's another card. Very, very simple. Okay, so I talked about the Dollar Tree having these plaques that I use. I've used them often. And you find these at the Dollar Tree. And so I wanted to make my friend something that she can keep wherever she needs to keep it, whether it be by the mirror when she gets up in the morning, by the sink, in the kitchen, by the television, by the phone, wherever she meditates daily, or wherever she could see it daily. I'm not going to open this one up because I'm using them for my Christmas tree class, but you simply take the plastic off, and I use espresso ink, and you go ink directly to the wood, and you just pull across, and it stains the wood, whatever color ink pad you use, and it makes it really nice. So in the kit, what are the measurements of what, Annie? What measurements for what? Let me know what measurements you want, and I'll get them to you, Annie. You can either ask me right now or for the board. Oh, okay. These boards are 5 inches wide by 7.5 inches long. Okay. So in this kit, there was only one, but there was a huge butterfly that was multicolored, just like these pieces here. I was hoping that there was a bunch of those, but there was one, and now I know why, because that's to decorate the front of your box. And then I cut one of these in half and used it that way again. And I flipped my big butterfly over, and it's white on the other side, and I took Versamark ink to it, and then gold embossing powder across, shook it off, and heated it up with my heat tool. So now I have a gold embossed butterfly that's almost as big as my hand. And I put those elements on this plaque. So you can just take these elements and add them to the sides of the plaque. I put the big butterfly down, and also in the kit, always hope, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. That banner is in the kit. And this all stands on a little tripod that I have that she can stand up and remind herself daily that there's always hope, because we do not know what tomorrow will bring. So like I said, there are tons of people that you can reach for many different reasons right now with one of your cards, or the whole hope box, or keep the whole hope box like Shelley did. If you go to the QR code and you look at what Shelley filled her box with, things to remind her of what she's hopeful for, what things she's grateful for, well, you'll just watch it and see. I used all the little sequins on here too to kind of make it, happy and fun. And I'm going to go take this to her this afternoon and hope it brings joy to her. So let me show you the cards again. I'm going to just show you a few at a time because they're different. And there's a lot of them, so there's not a lot of room in the camera space. I really like this one a lot. Hi, Virginia. There's the one with the tag. Here's with a piece of the element. So this piece that I cut off here, I can make another one of these. See that? Remember, if you want to add bows, if you're going to hand the card, you can add a bow to the back. And I love the quilt and the music note dies, or folder. Okay, congratulations again to Debbie Pine for winning the 6x6 Tidings of Christmas Designer Series paper. Like I said, each month there will be a winner for that. All the names of my Paper Pumpkin subscribers go in that drawing. And each month we have someone, some lucky someone gets to get a prize, gets to win. Oh, I'm so glad, Cynthia. Thank you. Are there any questions? You can subscribe if you're not already a subscriber to Paper Pumpkin online, paperpumpkin.com. And just don't forget at the end when you're subscribing to select your demonstrator, so she will get credit for your subscription. If you do not have a demonstrator, I would love to be your creative coach. Just let me know what you need, and we will get it taken care of. I don't see any questions. I hope you were happy with what you learned today. Okay, ladies, take care. Bye-bye.